Hi everyone, my name is Audrey Casey. I just wanted to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this short overview that I have for you today. I am the account manager here with Penske, and I'm so thankful for your time. Today I just wanted to give you a brief presentation on Penske's full service leasing solutions and how it can help Jet City components and help you guys stabilize some of those transportation costs, protect your cash flow, and kind of eliminate some of that downtime that you guys are facing. So, the purpose of this video is to show exactly how we can solve these three major fleet concerns that Jet City is facing and kind of why it makes sense to schedule a follow-up meeting in person if you'd like to do so. So, once again, thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I'm super thankful. And I just do want to go over a brief agenda really quickly so that we're on the same page here and we know what's expected. So, I do want to just go over a little bit about your guys' current situation and then Penske and how it kind of relates to Jet City Solutions, and then from there talk about some solutions that I have offered for you and pricing if you're comfortable to do so. I would also love to be able to talk about pricing in a follow-up meeting, and then from there talk about some next steps and hope to hear back from you guys. So, based off of my research, Jet City is kind of focused on three key priorities related to your fleet. So you guys have the predictable monthly cost, and then you also are wanting to protect your cash flow, and you want to avoid downtime that is caused by the vehicle breakdowns and repair delays. So if that's still the current situation, that all looks good from here. And right now your fleet is owned and maintenance, and what I think is handled through third-party repair shops or its personal repair shops. And when a truck fails, production and deliveries are impacted, which seems to be the case. And the bigger issue here, I don't think is the repair costs, but it's also including the cost of lost time, those delayed shipments, strained labor hours. And so if that's still the correct case here, I'd love to move forward and continue talking about some possible solutions that Penske has for you and some full service leasing and show you like a full service leasing model and how it can be built directly to solve these issues, which is going to lead me into how Penske relates to. I just want to give a brief background of what Penske is and then how it relates to Jet City Solutions. So we are a $13 billion transportation leader with over 400,000 vehicles and 3,000 service locations across North America. And we kind of specialize in full service leasing, maintenance, rentals. We also have the logistics side of it, as well as a 24-hour roadside support, which will be very beneficial to your guys' company, especially in the long run. And you're going to be seeing quick turnover results short term. So I do just want to reiterate that we don't lease trucks. We also operate as full fleet partner. That means that we are handling every part of the fleet, which means like maintenance, compliance, breakdowns, as well as we can do the replacement vehicles reporting and have the cost control. So that's all super exciting because I feel like all of these things are not just a solution, but this is what Penske is, and I can see a possible solution coming from this to really benefit Jet City. And with our Fleet Insight platform, you can also track vehicle health, cost, fuel, and compliance in real time, which is super convenient and quick. So, based off of that, here's a simple solution that I feel like could be beneficial for Jet City's components. In terms of the full service leasing with fixed monthly costs, so there's going to be no upfront vehicle purchase. And then you're going to have a guaranteed uptime of 24/7 roadside replacement vehicles these are going to be included. So if there's any issues going forward with any vehicles, you're going to have that roadside assistance and replacement at any time. You're also going to have some fleet insight techs, which is going to give you that real-time fleet data for smarter decisions. And that was that app that I said that you can have right there. It gives you that invoice, as well as the one partner, one invoice, that we handle your fleet and help you focus on your team and manufacturing from there. So this takes the fleet from unpredictable and reactive to it just being fully planned, supported, and cost controlled. So now talking a little bit more about pricing in terms of owning versus leasing your fleet. I do want to touch a little bit briefly on this because I know that you guys are going to have some concerns. I was made aware that in terms of the current situation, you guys do seem to be fine and okay operating how you guys currently are. But I do just want to kind of preface how going with Penske can really help the pricing and show you the financial impact on that. So if Jet City continues purchasing its fleet, you're looking at a capital outlay of about what I think was 1.37 million for current renewal cycle. And then with the Penske's full service leasing model, your 1-year cost drops to roughly around 320,000, which keeps over $1 million of cash inside the business instead of it being tied up in depreciating trucks. So in terms of this, you going with our solution will have that total cost savings. And I know that your current situation isn't something that's broken, and we're not here to fix something that's not broken. It's kind of just add value to your guys' company with what we have to offer. And so that means that the money can be allocated to labor, equipment, expansion, or inventory, which all can be very convenient for you and also benefit you in long term, instead of it just sitting in vehicle assets where you're just kind of losing value. And on top of that, the repairs, the downtime, as well as the unexpected maintenance bills, those are all eliminated because those are something that we will be taking care of, and it's kind of all insured because they're already built into these lease payments. And in terms of specifically owning versus leasing, owning, you're going to have those large upfront purchase costs, repair bills, part shortages. You are responsible for your downtime. Trucks are depreciating and they also age out. So when a truck goes bad, you have to buy a new one. And you have the breakdowns that interrupt production and deliveries, as well as you're managing the fleet instead of production. So you're kind of losing out on being able to be more productive. And I know that was something that you said that was beneficial to you guys. So I just want to kind of highlight that there. And in terms of leasing, specifically with Penske, you're going to have the zero upfront purchase, and then you're going to have the one-time fixed costs per truck, and then all maintenance, repairs, road calls are included, and then you're going to have the granted uptime replacement coverage with no depreciation risks, no surprise expenses, etc. I already got into that. So the ownership only looks cheaper with everything when everything is going right. But in terms of leasing, it transfers the risk off of Jet City and puts it onto Penske, where it will stay with those benefits. And then from there, why is it not going? There we go. And I just do want to thank you for your time, but here's the bottom line. You're going to have the predictable monthly costs instead of those fluctuation of expenses. You're going to have over $1 million in free cash flow in the first year, as well as that eliminated downtime through full service maintenance and replacement coverage. So in terms of everything that I had presented here today, I would love to hear back from you guys in terms of a next step to be able to connect in person and go over any specific concerns or details that you might have. Thank you.